What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Shad Talks Graps, and we're back with another installment of the Wrestling Republic Sunday Spotlight, where we spotlight everything in the world of professional wrestling. Man, we are coming towards the end of the year, and it has been wild, man. A lot of crazy stuff happening in pro wrestling, and we got a great episode, a lot of dope topics, as you can see in the headline. I won't take much of y'all time. Let me introduce the panel at hand. First and foremost, we got 1/3 of the Tuesday night NXT group. My dog, my right hand man, Dryzzy. How you doing, bro?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. It's your boy Drizzy, aka Plug Funny, the wrestling plug. You don't know what to watch. I got you.
Yes, sir, man. Great to see you, bro. I like the festivities on the holiday stuff on the background, by the way, and in the sweater. It looks dope. Ah, man. Last but very not least, we got the Queen of Wrestling Republic. You know, the one who always keeps us in check from the city that never sleeps, New York. Megan, how you doing?
Hey everybody, I'm doing good. It's cold here. So, hopefully this episode keeps us all warm and spicy, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, and y'all know how it is, man. When you have us three on episodes, it definitely it gets crazy. So let's start it off, man. Let's start it off in the world of the WWE. We got to talk about what's going on in the main event scene and what's going on with our Universal Champion, one Mr. Cody Rhodes. Man,
Cody.
we coming off of the brinks of a crazy Saturday night main event, and I know Megan, you got a lot to talk about in regards to this. You got a synopsis of what's going on in the world of Cody Rhodes. Go ahead. I'm
Yes.
going to open the panel to you. Educate us on what's going on with your dog, Cody Rhodes.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Back in May, so this is about June. So we'll say this is roughly about 2 months after he won his title at WrestleMania. I thought that his um reign so far was boring. It was dull. He had his feud with AJ Styles. He had a feud with Logan Paul, but it didn't go anywhere where I thought it should have went. This is a man that chased after a title for 2 years. So, for him to have such a lackluster title reign, it felt like they weren't doing what they were supposed to do with Cody. Now, fast forward a couple of months down to um, Bad Blood, which was in October. He had since had a fight with Kevin Owens. He gave him a title shot. Kevin didn't want the title shot. He gave it to him anyway. He suffered a knee injury. Kevin restrained from his old ways. He could have taken advantage of Cody's injury and he could have won the title then. But as a good friend, or so we believe, he opted from targeting this injury that Cody had. So fast forward, Cody goes on to partner up with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood, and that set something off in Kevin's head. Now, fast forward, because if you watch wrestling, you know the history. Kevin has been holding a grudge against Cody ever since that match. He has been holding such a level of entitlement of Cody against him. He feels that Cody is his friend, and he should have never agreed to partner up with Roman. But clearly, Cody saw the most important part of tagging up with Roman. It wasn't something he wanted to do at first. He put up a fight, but he ended up being a partner to Cody. So fast forward, we now have Saturday night's main event. Kevin has attacked Cody. Cody has attacked Kevin. Kevin has attacked Cody's character. Cody has done the same. Battle of words. And now we have Saturday night's main event. Now, some people feel like Cody cheated. What I think about it, I think it was justified. I think what Cody did on Saturday was justified. He didn't bring that chair into the ring. Kevin did. He had no intentions on cheating. He wanted to win fair. But there's clearly has been something going on with Cody that I'm thinking that the fans are starting to see something that I've always seen, which is there is a level of disrespect that I feel Cody receives from his colleagues. It wasn't clear in the beginning, but it's evident now that he is champion. We have heard the whispers from Carmelo when he said, something to the contrary of is about time someone tells him about himself, something to those lines. Then you had Gunther, who shared his opinions about Cody, and then you had most recently Xavier Woods. After Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston kicked Big E out of New Day, Cody came up to them and he said, they should be ashamed of themselves for what they did to their friend. What did Xavier said? He said something to the effect of, like he's the last one that should speak or something. It kind of hinted that Cody might not necessarily be who he portrays himself as. So, overall, it seems as though I have to ride on what one of our colleagues have said. He's not on tonight. Clark, which is Cody may have been the bad guy the whole time. Cody may have been the politician, and everybody knows what people say about politicians, like they're not necessarily good people. They have another side to them. And I feel like this feud with Kevin is the catalyst for that character, for that side of Cody to come out, because Kevin seems to know more about Cody to the point where it personally affects Cody, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people have things to say about Cody, and even though it's offensive to him, he hasn't had the same reactions to it as the way Kevin has. And I think it's because Cody really saw Kevin as a friend, and Kevin turned on him. So, I guess the question is, have Cody always been a heel, portraying himself as a face? I don't know. But I guess by the time WrestleMania runs around, we'll know for sure.
Yeah. And man, you make a lot of valid points. Well put in regards to how everything is kind of going on. I mean, I ask you first, Drizzy. What are your thoughts on the direction of Cody? Do you think, because to me, I feel like that heel door is just always slightly cracked, and we know how good of a heel he was in WWE,
Right.
right?
So the question is, are y'all surprised? I want y'all to really think about this for a sec.
Okay.
We have the four pillars of AEW, right? They all have their wrestling dad. Sammy had Jericho. Jack Perry had Christian. Darby had Sting. And who did MJF have? Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Should you really be surprised that Cody is really as evil as he is? He does such a good job making you think he's the good guy.
Mhm.
He's he's not doing anything for anybody else. He's doing it for him. It's all for him. When he had a ladder match in AEW, I don't remember the whole gist of everything that happened, but he was hurt, but refused to go to the back. He went as far as the tunnel and he was in the screen the entire time. He didn't go get himself looked at or nothing because he still wanted to be in the spotlight. Cody, and it's brilliant of him, is a master manipulator.
Yeah.
He has
Mm.
everybody in the palm of his hand. Remember, he fought his daughter ended racism. Like, remember that promo?
Yeah. Oh my God,
Cody
that
is a
promo.
master manipulator, and nobody is when he talks, he grabs your entire attention. You have to see what he's doing. So I don't think Kevin Owens is wrong because why would you, who's supposed to be my friend, you evil guy,
Mhm.
why would you go join the guy I've been fighting for the last 4 years?
Mhm.
He's got two Royal Rumble matches against Kevin. Roman Reigns has two Royal Rumble matches against Roman. Kevin has two Royal Rumble matches against him.
Roman.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a lot.
you know what's telling to that point though, because you got to look at Kevin Owens in the same breath. Kevin Owens is the ultimate like code switcher. He doesn't turn on so many people. For
He
him to,
turned. He
for him
turned,
to,
but it was
he's.
with
But
a
I feel like he
V.
got a read on it though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he knows. He sees it.
yeah.
If
So
many,
The
why
thing
do you think
about it
Shawn
is,
Michaels?
it's
Good.
like, here's the thing. I don't feel like Kevin should have the same level of animosity against Cody as I feel Seth should have. Seth got his behind kicked by the bloodline, by the final boss, to help Cody win the title. If there is anyone who should feel a way about Cody running back and teaming up with Roman at Bad Blood, it should be Seth.
He should, but
Seth
Seth would
came
do it.
out with the Shield music, with the Shield outfit. He was with him for night one. He
yeah.
came back out to protect them for night two. And then months later, you go and you tag team with the same man that I teamed up with you to help you retain, to help you gain that title as a
This is
tag team partner. I
this is where
don't feel
you
like
gotta
Kevin.
love. You have to love character progressions because Seth is the reason that Roman Reigns exists.
Yeah.
It's
I
his
mean,
fault.
It took Sammy
to,
to remind him of that.
So
but
It
I
took
mean, I
Sammy
think,
to
but I do think Roman carries that. Like Roman's interactions with Seth, Roman's like just how he views Seth is just always in a place of like, you mother effer.
you
You
hurt me. You
you
hurt
are
me.
the cat. Yeah, you were the catalyst that made all of this happen and ruined everything that was tied with the Shield and all of that. So, but
It's
Cole, go ahead.
it's the phrase hurt people hurt people. Roman's
Yeah.
hurt, so now he's gonna hurt Kevin. Kevin been hurt for so long. He's hurting people.
Hmm.
That's the reason why he can't keep a friend anymore.
To be
Like
fair, also Kevin did tell Cody, "I don't want to do this," but he
he
was
did.
adamant, like saying that, "Yo, no, 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 you deserve the match. We could take it there." Like it seems like KO was like, "Bro, you don't want me to get in this bag because once I'm in this bag, it's lit for you. Like there's no fighting against friends. It's we beefing." Like in this, and he's got to create that reason. But to Saturday Night Main Event, obviously, we had the reaction show, right, Drizzy?
Mhm.
And my
Yeah.
reaction was very much off of like what you and also Anthony and Jordy said on that show too. It's very reminiscent of Homelander. And I know a lot of people say that, but like he does carry the notion of Homelander as a character a lot. And it does come
Yeah.
off of a crooked politician in a sense. Now, I don't think Cody is a full-on heel from the get-go, like Clark is saying. I think Clark's opinion on Cody is I love it. I
It's
love
a
it. I'm not gonna
feud.
lie to you.
It's a bit
It's,
of
it's,
feud.
it's yeah,
Uh,
it's definitely a little bit more left than I would imagine it to
this will
be.
be the last thing I say about it. Cody's always gonna have that aura of being a heel at all times because of not only because of who he's mentored, but because who has mentored him. He is a student of Randy Orton. So you always have to believe that venom is in him at all times.
That is a
And
very
like
good point.
like Cody does not have a good track record. So is Kevin wrong? No, I don't think he is. Is Cody a heel all the time? I believe he is. But
Kevin.
Mm.
Then
It's
look, if he felt this way about Cody this whole time, he didn't show it. Because when Cody offered him that title shot, he was reluctant, but he still took it. Now, it wasn't until he saw Cody working with Roman. That's what it was. It's the same
mm,
thing he said when it came down to Sammy. And even with Sammy being on Roman's team at War Games, like he told Michael Cole, oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So he got a bone to pick with Sammy too.
and to that point, I love the storytelling of Roman Reigns because we're in a position now where Roman is a babyface. But all of the shit that happened prior to it when he was a heel ain't forgotten. Seth
the
ain't
No.
forget.
sins, the sins of
Drew,
Roman Reigns follow.
yeah. And now it's such a smart way where you can rehash all of these previous feuds, but it'll be in the new
Mhm.
light. You see with
Mhm.
Drew, the Drew stuff is gonna be insane. Punk, we still got that to be told, right? Seth at some point. You know who else? Cody Rhodes at some point. The roles will reverse. It will be a heel Cody versus a babyface Roman.
Yeah,
These guys are tied to the hip
they are.
forever.
They are. I mean, CM Punk already hinted that he has his eyes set on Cody. Like he didn't say it directly. He just kept using the emphasis roles when during his promo before Seth had came out. So will his favor with Paul Heyman be in reflection to Cody? Would it be in reflection to Roman at some point? Is he going to somehow use that favor to take a WrestleMania main event slot from someone? Since they
Mhm.
already hinted that they want CM Punk as a WrestleMania main eventer. Seth already threw it up in his face.
Yeah, be careful with them
You
words. Those
know,
are trigger words for. Those are trigger words. Seth Peter came out of somewhere. I mean, Punk would have came out of nowhere going
he
crazy.
sure he sure did. So, okay. So for instance, we do give CM Punk the main event at WrestleMania. Who will he be going up against? Will he be going up against a heel Cody? Will he be
Ah,
going up against
triple
if he
threat.
goes up against that too?
Mm, mm.
That
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 too.
fa- that that favor is gonna come in handy.
I
Yeah,
agree. Mm,
That
it
favor
is.
is gonna come in handy.
And I
mm.
feel like that favor is going to put a real damper in between the relationship of Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns as we speak, because Paul is going to have to make a choice, and his choice is going to be whatever CM Punk wants.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. This is definitely a fun time for WWE as we look at this main event scene. So, and then you got to throw in Mr. Johan Cena, who's going to be coming
Wah, wah,
wrestling for
wah,
the
wah.
whole year. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, but good stuff. All right, let's get to the next spotlight. And I'm excited for this one. When you said you wanted to spotlight this gentleman, man, Sydney Akeem, formerly known as Reggie, formerly known as Reginald. Shameless plug. If you haven't already, the homie Eric Novak had an opportunity to interview him live in person. It's on his YouTube page. You'll see clips of it on our IG as well. Really good interview. Really good dude, yo. Really
Mhm.
good dude. Inspiration for what he's overcome in life, and just an interesting story. But I'm super excited about this spotlight. Drizzy, I'm gonna open the panel for you. You want to spotlight Mr. Sidney Hakeem. Tell us about it, man.
We gotta go back to when Carmella, the most beautiful woman on the world, decided to bring her, what was it, Karasi? I can't get, I can't,
Sommelier.
Somalia, there we go. Somalia into the ring with one at the time known as Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Monet. And we saw this man in the ring wrestle a non offensive match with Sasha Banks. And the things that he did in the ring were absolutely amazing. It puts you into the, you're thinking it's along the lines of a Ricochet, but I don't. I think Ricochet probably watches him and like, oh, I gotta step my game up because he does some things in the air that it is almost, you can't believe that he does it. So the WWE saw this, and at the time it was under the Vince McMahon regime, they decided to put him in the newly formed 24/7 division and basically made him an escape artist. They made him into a comedy act, but he still was doing amazing flips in the ring. He was still, it was almost like he's walking in the air. You have to appreciate, and I don't think anybody understands the athleticism that comes into being able to do that many flips, being able to fly over the rope. Like being a wrestler in itself is already an athletic thing, but adding all that acrobatics to it takes it to an entirely different level. So thankfully, he was sent to NXT, but with a horrible gimmick called scripts. And I'm not talking about OTM scripts, but the masked wrestler scripts. That it, you could tell it was them trying to find something to throw at the wall to fit. And at the exact same time, I believe in the background he was actually working on being a better wrestler, not just being a comedy act, not just being an entertainer, not just being an acrobatics, just being a full all round wrestler. And we truly did not get to see a, even a half of the bit he could do until his last match in WWE in NXT against one Javon Evans. The match was supposed to be a coming out party for Javon Evans, but it ended up being a statement piece for Sidney Akeem. It's like this is what you guys miss. This is what you guys were missing the entire, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years that I was in WWE. You guys didn't. You guys wanted me to just flip, but I could actually tell a story in the ring, and he did an incredible job of that in that match. And from that point forward, the man has been on a mission from being in ROH. He's undefeated in GCW. He has been all over the world in independent wrestling, and he has gone viral multiple times with just his finisher, the backspring into a cutter. It's it's one of those. I was joking about it, but it really does inject some serotonin. Just a release of, oh my god, it just fits so good. It slides. He just slides right into place, no matter what he's doing, how he's doing it. And I just have to applaud the the ability to build the perfect combination of wrestling, acrobatics, and entertainment. Overall, wrestling is all about all those things, and he has found a way. that I really believe WWE's got to be kicking themselves like, damn, we really let that one slip through our fingers. But he has been amazing. Recently Saturday night, we seen him in a match with Starboy Charlie in GCW. An incredible match. Two high flyers going move for move, and Sidney Akeem just does some of the most creatively unique things in the ring that you have to pay attention to. If you have not seen a Sidney Akeem match, please, I implore you, do that. I believe he has one currently from this week on Ring of Honor with correct me on the name. I want to say Commander so bad, but
Serpentico.
Serpentico in Ring of Honor. I've seen clips of just what he does in the match, and I don't know what type of mind frame you have to be to come up with those things, but I applaud it 100%. I love the creativity. I love the uniqueness. Definitely somebody on your radar that you definitely need to see. So I give you the floor, Sydney Akeem.
Dude, let me just say this also, because you broke down his timeline to a T. And when you were breaking it down, and it just made me think like, wow, this dude was a sommelier, and his first match was against Sasha Banks.
And did not
And
get one move of offense in that match. It was all
no,
oof, 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 oof.
thing is
Just
this, it was such a cool match for what it is. Obviously, WWE doesn't do intergender matches, right? That's not a thing anymore. But
mhm.
they doing that, it was more so. Look how like look how athletic this guy is. Look how much of a it was a shock. We just thought he was a manager. We didn't know he could do anything in the ring, and we didn't know he was this athletic. So where we are now, like you said, the match this past Thursday on Ring of Honor, I would advise people to watch his match with Jack Cartwheel, I believe, which was on GCW as well, if y'all are
Mhm.
able to. That's a match that I saw a couple months ago, and it's just dope to see, man. It's just dope to see that he's able to kind of control his legacy and what he wants to do as a pro wrestler. And it's kind of like we don't know who Reggie is anymore. We don't know who Reginald Scripps. That person don't matter. This is Sidney Akeem, and he's building like who he is truly as a pro wrestler. Like, dude is a human highlight reel.
He's rewriting his story. He's done with Matt
Mhm.
Cardona. It's like of just rewriting what you thought of me. Like it's like I'm not. I'm more than Zack Ryder as a character. I'm Matt Cardona. So he has gone from I'm more than the sommelier Reggie. I'm more than the mass wrestler Skips. I'm more than the mouthpiece of OTM Scripts. I am so much more, and I love that he has figured that out. And it's just such a for anybody who's really thinking that whatever I'm doing right now is the end all be all. It's not. You can
Yeah,
always rewrite your story, and he has done just that.
nah, for sure. I mean, dude's a beast, man. I really like watching him wrestle. I mean, it's awesome. Megan, what any thoughts on Sidney Akeem, the artist formerly known as Reginald?
Yeah. I've spoken to him a few times on social media, and he just seems like he's like in a really happy place in his career, and sometimes you're just too close to the sun, meaning some just being in WWE might not necessarily be the right move for you. Sometimes you have to leave that and, like you said, rediscover yourself, rebuild yourself, um tell your story from your perspective. And most of the time they will see, like you said, they will see that how much that they have fumbled uh a good wrestler or a good product, and they be fighting
Mhm.
to get them back because now they see them in a different light. And I feel like that will be the case for Sydney. Now, will he ever come back? I don't know. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to have a fruitful career. I
Mhm.
think he's able to be exactly who he is that he needs to be, as well as expand his not only the fan base, but there's a lot of moves that I've seen in his matches now that you could not see when he was in WWE. Like
Mhm.
they kind of like caged him a little. So Um, honestly, he just seems like he is really happy, and that's really all that I think anyone wants, you know, a wrestler to be. And I'm looking forward. I think he's going to be a part of the GCW show here next month. I
Oh,
think
nice.
Yes,
Hammerstein,
the
I believe.
the show Hammerstein. Yes, he is.
Yes. So
Oh,
I'm
I
going
wonder who's
to
gonna
try to
wrestle.
go. I
Yeah,
know.
They haven't
But
yeah.
I'm
announced
going
it,
to
but
try to
it's a
be
good
there.
show.
Not
It is a
man.
good deal.
The Indies is definitely a great thing for him. His style is perfect for the Indies because people will be in awe for all that, like that. The him doing this cutter, his signature cutter with the flips, where so it looks like a reverse when he does the flips, and then he's able to hit it as a cutter. That thing is viral. It's got like 2 million views on an IG clip. Like
Mhm.
he's pushing pretty crazy numbers on what he does. So I'm definitely happy for him, man. And definitely, I always say, man, if you're watching this Sydney Akeem, the door is always open for interview. We'd love to interview on the spotlight, but we'll definitely be, supporting you from afar. And yeah, man, hopefully we get to see you. I would love to see him wrestle live. Hopefully Megan will be able to get to see you at the GCW show at Dryzzy
Mhm.
as well. So, everybody book Sydney Akeem so we can all see him in our areas.
Bingo. Yes,
Um,
Yes.
all
please.
right. Last topic. This one is the one that I'm picking this week, and it is from um the show last week for New Japan out in the Bay Area or Long Beach, I believe, not the Bay Area, Long Beach. And it was main evented. It was main evented by our IWGP Women's Champion, the CEO Mercedes Monet, versus the number one contender Hazuki. Man, this is a match that I watched last Sunday night, and then I watched it on Monday, and then I watched it on Tuesday, and then I just watched it a lot, and I sat there and I was like, this very well may be my women's match of the year because it kind of brought elements to everything that I love in professional wrestling. Um, Let me start with the in-ring psychology that was in it, the pacing, everything with both of them being super technical. You got Mercedes, who's very, a savvy vet, being able to reverse a lot of stuff, trying to be one step ahead. But you have someone like Hazuki, who's just a natural born killer in a sense, a very powerful striker, very aggressive with her move set. And these women had a damn near 30-minute match, and the crowd was just enamored, was loving every minute of it. Um, if y'all haven't watched Hazuki, man, please do. Please watch this match. But watch what she's done, man. Her face wash stomps that she does on the outside of the ropes is brutal as hell. The final sequence of them, having a bunch of near falls and the reversals going into it, and Mercedes thinking that she has her after she hit the frog splash and not getting it, and then the one move where I think she hit one of the first money makers, but Hazuki was able to get her arm on a rope very quickly, and Mercedes just going like, "What the hell?" Like the reactions, like everything about it was just an absolute technical like match, and it's something that I really am. I spoke about it earlier on the daily today because we talked about Mercedes. She's slowly having a very under the radar year that people may not acknowledge because it isn't Sasha Banks. It isn't happening on a lot of big stages like WrestleManias and stuff like that. And a lot of it may not even be fully on AEW, but you look at her work in New Japan defending this IWGP title. You look at her matches that she's had with you know, with a Iotani, with a Mo Watanabe, the triple threat match um with Azume and Hazuki already, right? And then you talk about this match that she had with her, and then you also talk about her match with Stat, and then you talk about her match with Willow. Like she's got a lot of upper echelon matches, a couple match of the year nominees with her and Willow, with her and Hazuki, where this is low key a heater year from Mercedes Moné. The character work might not be everyone's cup of tea. A couple matches that may be a little uninspiring, but like this past week, I saw her wrestle on Sunday in Long Beach and had a classic. Like this might be my women's match of the year. It's up there with Io and Bailey and Io and Utami. But this is one of them ones. This is a classic. And then you see what she did on Wednesday. I was in DC watching her and Anna Jay, and I thought they had an excellent match. And one thing that needs to, be said about the CEO is that I think she does a good job being a dance partner. She knows how to make opponents look good in the match as well. And that's one thing in pro wrestling that those are some of the best wrestlers do. It takes two to tango, and you want to make sure a person looks good, and you want to make someone look good in their defeat in the sense where you're gonna want to check out a Hazuki match. You want to see what Anna Jay does next, right? So these are the type of situations, even with like Stephanie Vaquer at Forbidden Door, that's something that really made people kind of get on the train to be like, yo, this girl is a baller. Let's see what she can do. So I want to, definitely give her props on that. Sneaky year, man. Sneaky year. A great week. And yeah, Hazuki, she might be my favorite wrestler at the moment. Just with the shit, that face wash is absolutely nasty. I love
Ooh,
it.
I seen the face wash before I seen the actual match, and it is disgusting. Oh my god. Uh, the Joshi in the world of wrestling, Joshi wrestling, other than Maki Ito matches, are where I fall short a bit. I know of a lot of these people, but I learn more of them through when we do these. And honestly, Mercedes Monet, she calls out the best of the best, and it's like, why you got? It basically said, "I'm as good as they are. This is why you need to watch them." And you get that glimpse in every match that she has with one of the Joshi wrestlers. That man, I'm going to sit and watch that match, but oh my god, that face wash is so nasty. It
This
catches me.
was this was also Hazuki's dream match. This is the person that she wanted to wrestle since she kind of, start watching wrestling. Obviously, she's still relatively young, wrestler, probably like in her early to mid 20s. So
Mhm.
she kind of came up when she was becoming a wrestler, watching what she was doing and whatnot. So I mean, it
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 also shows
definitely,
it also shows the impact that the four horsewomen have on wrestling.
yeah.
Because all four of them, you can't just put out a point Mercedes out in that. You also have to include Becky. You have to include Charlotte. You have to include Bailey. They have like inspired an entire generation of women wrestlers.
It, you know what makes me also think that too is when we watch NXT and then we
Yes.
watch a lot of these like girls like Roxanne talking about like Roxanne showing pictures of her and Bailey when she was like 12, 13 years old,
Mhm.
right? Like Cora Jade doing the same thing. Even someone like AJ Lee, like this is like an era of women, and it's weird to me because these like the four horsewomen are like damn near our age. So
They're in their
like
mid 30s and just getting
yeah,
better.
mm,
Like they're probably I would say they're probably just now hitting their prime, and it's a beautiful thing to see women's wrestling grow like that, and just to know that it goes international like that.
yeah. It is dope, man. Joshi wrestling is so dope. been hitting the rabbit hole a lot more this week. Like, and I'm trying to catch up on a lot of stuff because I kind of want to make my own personal top 10 wrestlers of the year, women and men. So I'm thinking about that. I mean, Megan, what do you have you had an opportunity to see the match?
No, I haven't gotten around to seeing it. So I'm gonna refrain any thoughts until I do get to see it. But yeah, Mercedes. There's really nothing else I can say. Yeah,
You and
know
I share different thoughts on her right now, I guess.
you know Mercedes. She's like she reminds me of that cousin that y'all can only really take in a couple of times out of the year. You know, like she comes, she's entertaining, but then you wanna, send her on her way. That's just how I feel about Mercedes. She's like a distant relative right now. But um,
Okay.
just I mean, look, if you saw the match, you said the match was really good. It has to be extremely well for you to even consider it as your women's match of the year. So, would never take away her talent and her ability as a wrestler. Mercedes is just she's up there. She's up there on the top list of women wrestlers that we should be watching. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's it.
But
That's all I can say.
I say that, and I could respect it. I know, and I I say this. I saw someone tweet it, and it's a hot take, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with it because I just don't think longevity and time is fair to make it.
Hmm.
But you talk about what like the matches that she's had, like match quality, and how many banger matches she's had.
Right.
Mercedes Mone versus Sasha Banks match qualities. If the trajectory keeps going where she's mixing it with a lot of these Joshis and wrestlers
Yeah.
and a lot of these, top, like we still got to wait for an Athena match at some point. It got potential to surpass what Sasha did. Obviously, I'm not going to say that yet because Sasha Banks has two of the best women's matches of all time.
Right.
Bailey at NXT Brooklyn, and then the match, obviously, WrestleMania against Bianca Belair. But I mean, Mercedes Moné, it's crazy that I can make a comparison
Wait a minute.
to the
Not
two
not
niggas.
not even her Hell in a Cell match. Because
Hell in a Cell is a great one too because Becky, yeah,
I thought that was
she,
a fantastic match between them two.
and then the
You know.
obviously the four horsewomen 4-way match is up there too.
Right.
And then the triple threat one was her and
Her,
Becky and
Becky, and Charlotte.
Charlotte is up there too.
Right.
So
Mhm.
it's definitely interesting. All
That
right.
might be an episode of Grappling for Position we got to do.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We are just gonna do a quick moments of the week and then we're gonna be out of here. So I am just gonna go real quickly because I haven't had a chance to talk about it because I haven't been on the Dynamite show or whatnot. My moment of the week was AEW Dynamite. I was in there in Washington, D.C., Sport Complex. I'm glad they picked a smaller venue. Darby Allin versus Will Ospreay was an outer body experience seeing live. Bro, Spray is a freaking baller. I love that dude. Everyone loves Osprey. I'm sure y'all love Osprey too. That
Yes.
dude is just he's so damn good, bro. I don't, how the hell is he so damn good at wrestling? And then Darby Allin, man, that guy is incredible too. And him getting that win, I don't like my wife. First time she's ever gone to like a bigger wrestling show. She went to an indie show with me, but she's never gone a first AEW show too. She left that night when we were driving back. She's like, Darby Allin is my favorite AEW wrestler now. She's like, it's Willow and then it's Darby. She's like, that guy is amazing. When he hit the coffin drop on the outside and it hit the rope on the
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, is he okay? I was like, this is just another day in the office for him.
Oh, see,
Mhm.
that made my back hurt a little bit. Whew.
That was
Oh
bad.
man. We'll go around the horn. What's Drizzy, what's your moment of the week?
My moment of the week has, well, as of the recording of this, hasn't happened yet, but it is Billy Starks versus Athena that is happening tonight. A 2 year story. I don't know if it's the end of it or not, but it is absolutely going to be a thick atmosphere match. This is going to be all over the place. Billy Starks, a hometown hero of mine from Louisville, Kentucky, right here. I'm hoping that she brings the belt home, but I don't know. I enjoy the story, but
For sure, for sure. Last but not least, Megan,
Yes.
what is your moment of the week?
Well, Drizzy, speak of a potential champion. Tonight, I'm going to talk about a champion that we all love, despite what Shad says, and that is our new United States Women's Champion, Chelsea
keep
Green,
green.
who had won the title at Saturday night's main event, and I'm really ecstatic for her. And now that, like she says, she is now the longest reigning women's United States champion, she now wants to challenge Cardi B. And that should be very interesting because if she can somehow convince Cardi to come to an actual show and wrestle, man, stocks would definitely go up for
Money,
her and the title and
money.
everything. But yes, I'm just really happy that my girl Chelsea is the inaugural women's United States champion, and she's a good champion, and we will be seeing her uh soon in about an what hour and a half,
Hour and a
about
half, yeah.
yeah. So yes, so that is my moment of the week.
I will be a nice guy. Congratulations to Chelsea Green. Well deserved.
See,
Okay.
we doing good. See, we doing
Well,
good.
well
Like
deserved.
see, but
Although
see, I did the same. No, don't mess it up now. Don't mess it up. I can't. I was nice to Miss
Shaq,
nah,
keep it cute.
it's
Monet.
Keep it cute, Shaq. Keep it cute.
nah,
Keep it cute.
it's well deserved. I think she deserved it out of everyone in the bracket. I didn't want Bailey to win it, and I like Bailey, but
I
it
didn't
would have
want
been
Bailey to
very
win either. Yeah.
underwhelming if she would have won. But that's neither here nor there, man. This has been a fun episode. Um, thank y'all, of course, Drizzy, Megan, for always being on these. This is always a great time with all of us. And then everyone watching this, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Happy
On my
holidays.
on my
Yes.
birthday.
This is dropping on your birthday?
The next episode will be on my birthday.
Oh, next episode will be on your birthday. I was like, bro, why didn't you tell me that before the show started? All right.
No,
Well, the next episode will air, and then Christmas will pass as well. So I want to wish
Yes.
everyone a happy Christmas, happy
Yes.
holidays, whatever you celebrate. If you a Muslim like me, I'll see you after Ramadan in a couple months. That's all she wrote. Y'all take care, man. Peace.